Assalamualaikum and good day everyone. Today we would like to present our finding on a country that we choose to expand our business internationally. So in this project we choose Singapore as our location, and before we go further I would like to introduce myself. I Nur Anis Nabila binti Ali 248412. So for the next slide, okay. What I am trying to say is that it is a dream and wishes for every company in this world to take their business internationally. And it is a difficult journey, but it is worth to take this challenge because by taking a big risk means the company gain the opportunity to create more profit in the future. Okay, so there are many advantage by taking our company globally. One of it is our company can create a new customer base, which in turn increase our sale, and at the same time, our company get the opportunity to introduce a new product and services because different places have different needs. Besides, um, by taking our business globally, our company can diversify our market, which in turn stabilize our revenue, especially during economic slowdown. So before we take our company into a global, we should do an analysis uh, to whether to consider whether our um, expansion is beneficial or not. The finding will be explained by my friends in the next slide.
A very good day to everyone. My name is Sangeeta Sadakumar, matrix number 264518. Today I'll be presenting about the geographical location of Singapore as we are about to open a bank branch there. As we all know, Singapore is located at the heart of Southeast Asia. It is also surrounded by emerging Asian markets, which are approximately in radius of 7-hour flight. In this case, there are also some important economies of the world which are close to Singapore, like India, Malaysia, China, and Australia. By means, we can reach out to other Asia countries effectively. Air travel is also frequent with daily inbound and outbound flights that makes business operations easier and more convenient. Singapore has one of the largest and busiest ports, which are called as International Maritime Centre. This strategic location of Singapore enables businesses to access the regions rapidly. So when there are businesses and organizations that are interested to open their firms or branch offices at Singapore, they will be needing a certain amount of cash or capital to start up. So we can take this opportunity to attract more foreign customers by promoting our products and services. We can also get contacts of foreign companies and organizations to strengthen our bank branch and to attract more foreign customers. Branch locations continue to add value to customers' overall banking experience. And Singapore's extensive connectivity to regional and global markets makes its position as a connecting hub to connect between Asia and the world.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Nurida Yuwinti Ahmad. My matric number 264674. I would like to present about country and political risk. First of all, as most of the multinational banks in the world would like to invest in a foreign country, which is Singapore. We want to know about the country and political risk that face with this kind of country has the lowest national risk, which is suggesting a relatively low possibility that it will be unable or unwilling to fulfill its foreign debt obligations. The rating agencies' evaluations are backed by Singaporean broad fiscal and external reserve that will be in line with and sometimes affect those of other highly rated countries. In addition, very strong institutions and governance ensuring continuing fiscal discipline and wide financial stability alongside successful policy implementation. These trends help reduce the cyclical near-term risk and provide a cushion to tackle systematic problems. According to the political and economic risk and consultancy shows that Singapore enjoys the lowest risk in Asia. According to the Transparency Institution shows that Singapore also one of the corrupt countries in the world. Since its independence, Singapore has embraced democracy and has become the political table, which can give more opportunities to the business to invest in this country, especially for our new branch who would like to establish in this kind of country. Yeah, as we know that Singapore has a low ultimate risk that domination of a single political party being another reason there's no inter-party confrontation. And politically, we know that Singapore is effectively a stable country and provides minimal risk and organization considering a foreign direct investment. Okay, Singapore is ranked second out of a possible 190 economies on the World Bank's behind New Zealand. So here we know that in all areas of doing business, Singapore excels starting a business, particularly enforcing contracts, protecting minority investors, dealing with building permits and paying tax. So the government of Singapore puts a heavy focus on the implementation of policies to boost the business climate and make investment easier. In establishing a branch in Singapore, any policy and governance change that could have a positive and negative effect on operations need to be taken account in order to make sure that our banks will generate the profit equivalent to the level of investment invested in Singapore. Thus, we know that the country and political such important is one of the risk factors impacting industry in various ways in country and political stability.
Okay, now I will explain on economic aspect. But before we enter a country, we have to find out what kind of economy does that country have. So Singapore has a heavily developed free economy. Free economy is defined as an economic system based on supply and demand with little or no government control. So it is easier to grow business there because there is less process, less procedure needed to register a company, since the government has limited roles. Besides, we also analyze three key economic indicators to measure the economic condition of Singapore. Okay, so the three key economic indicators are gross domestic product (GDP), unemployment rate, and also inflation rate. So, based on the data we collect, we find out that Singapore's GDP rate is growing while um, it has low unemployment rate and low inflation rate. So, in short, we can conclude that based on the data we collect, Singapore has strong economy, and we believe that uh, we believe that by taking our business there, we can gain more profit and experience growth.
Hi, good evening. My name is Salman Abdul Nasir. My metric number is 266849. Tonight I'm going to present here the competitiveness market and market price in Singapore. We as a team appointed by our CEO appointed us to make an analysis of the most profitable and less minimal risk market, so that we as a team chose Singapore. As we know that Singapore is a small country but have a most advanced bank and financial sector in the world. It's also Singapore is also one of the financial centers in the world and the financial hub in Southeast Asia. There's no wonder that Singapore have the most advanced financial and banking system in the world. Currently, there are 28 banks offering a full range services and operating under the Bank Act in Singapore. 5 of them are registered and owned by the local, and 3 by the 3 local bank groups, and the remaining 23 banks are branches of banks registered by abroad. You know that there are a lot of abroad banks or foreigner banks that still operate in Singapore, which is ranging 23 banks. But 6 of the 23 banks offer the full range banking services in Singapore. The banking sector in Singapore had a total asset size of around 2 trillion Singaporean dollar in 2014. There are currently more than 200 banks, including the representative offices of banks, operates in Singapore. We know that 200 banks is a lot of many banks which operate in Singapore. They have one of the 125 commercial banks, only 5 are local, and 29 foreign banks are awarded full bank status. The other foreign commercial banks are either wholesale banks, offshore banks, which number 53 and 38 respectively. So that there are 3 banks which the greatest 3 banks which have the most share price in Singapore. Number 1 is Development Bank of Singapore, DBS, which is abbreviated by DBS. DBS was set up in 1968 by the Singaporean government, and it still operates DBS still operates over 100 branches in Singapore only. Also, it has a lot of branches in abroad. Across the board, DBS Group has received as a consensus rating of buy from 12 out of 20 analyst poll by Bloomberg on of 9 September 2020. So, DBS have a total asset of 587.95 billion Singaporean dollar. The second bank is OCBC, the Overseas Chinese Banking Corporation. It's created in 1932 by the merger of 3 banks in Singapore, which are the Chinese Commercial Bank, the Hong Bank, and the Overseas Chinese Bank. These 3 make up the OCBC, which is called Overseas Chinese Banking Corporation. OCBC is the second largest bank in Southeast Asia, behind DBS. Number one is DBS and second one is OCBC. It have offices and branches across 18 countries. Now OCBC turned to announce the price of new shares for its scrip dividend after DBS Group Holdings, which Singaporean exchange D05 did so earlier. OCBC declared an interim dividend of 0.159 per share dollar Singaporean for its 2020 second quarter, and investors can choose to receive it in or in cash via scrip. The third bank in Singapore, which has the most shares and the greatest market price, is UOB. UOB is the third largest bank in Southeast Asia. The first one, we know, that's DBS, Development Bank of Singapore. The second one is OCBC, the obviously Chinese Bank Corporation, and the third one is UOB, which is the third largest bank in Southeast Asia, with more than 500 offices across 19 countries. UOB offers a wide range of commercial and personal banking products and services. It also provides private banking and asset management related services, as well as insurance services. According to Forbes, UOB has a total profit of 3.2 billion Singaporean dollar and total asset of 300.8 billion Singaporean dollar in the year of 2019. So that we know there are a lot of competitiveness and competition between the banks in Singapore. There are almost, as I told before, there are almost 200 banks in Singapore, which are 3 of them are local, and 23 of them, 5 of them are local, and 23 of them are foreign banks, which is like Citibank, HSBC Bank, also and more others. They have all these 23 foreign banks have exact branches in Singapore. 6 of them, of that 23 foreign banks, offer full range of banking system, banking services in Singapore. So we discovered that Singapore has a less minimal risk and more and high profitable in Singapore.
Hi guys, my name is Norafika binti Hashim and my metric number is 267741. Okay, our group chose a branch to open it at Singapore. Why we choose branch? Let's look at the definition of the branch. Okay, as you can see, a branch is a type of a banking system under which a banking operation are carried with the help of the branch network and controlled by the head office throughout the zonal or regional office of their own. Okay, why we chose branch to open at Singapore? Firstly, by opening a branch at Singapore, it allowed us to carry out our business at their country. By opening a branch at Singapore, it generates our profit, and also we can gain a property at their country. Second, it treated us as an extension rather than a separate legal entity. By opening a branch at Singapore, Singapore will give us the same name as our main office at our country, and even they allow us to leverage our brand to tender for contracts and obtain a financial of their country. Therefore, by opening a branch are useful for us to establish our initial operation at their country.
Hello, doctor. My name is Wang Menghao, and my metric number is 251227. Next, I will presentation about the group assignment 2. This is my part, and product or service at a fair to contain the market demand. A good product and service that provided by bank is the most important ways. There are 4 ways. The first one is confident the exciting customers, and the second one is to attract with more potential customers, and the third one is able to maintain and increase the loyalty to the bank. The last one is high convenience. And the next slide is about the example service provided by bank. There are 5 services. The first service is trading finance and service. The second is foreign currency and exchange service. The third one is online service. And the fourth one is strategy sources. And the last one is global cash management service. The last slide is example product provided. There are 8 provided. The first one is transaction account. This include the checking account, and the 2 provided is saving account, and the third one is debit card, and the fourth one is credit card. The 5th one is bicycle online banking. The 6th one is personal locals, and the 7th one is home mortgages, and the last one is term deposit.
In conclusion, we believe Singapore is the best market for company to grow business internationally. Okay, to summarize, the reason we choose Singapore, because Singapore has a strategic location in which it located nearby China and India, and it also has an excellent connectivity with the other countries. Okay, not to forget, we choose Singapore because it has stable political structure in which their government policy encourage business growth and development. Okay, since Singapore is the most favorable location for many companies, so there are many foreign banks established at there. Okay, this means the competition level in Singapore is high, in which in turn lead to increase the demand of product and services and increase the sale of the company. Okay, and that brings us to the end, and I would like to say thank you for your time and attention for today. Thank you.